league.
Well, I want you to know I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Watch the twist. Shot. Watch the shot. Slam, slam, slam.
On second down, it's Ford. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short.
One. 66.
Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Let's make these babies cry. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
On the ground, Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Alvin Kamara, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Sponge. No. 29. Alert.
Here's Watson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Watson under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
I got him, man. I got him. He's mine. 58's the mic.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And he's going to go down again. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Fielded at the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Titan football. A first update now out of Jacksonville. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check 41.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
You gotta be afraid of me. Check 26.
Kamara. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Switch. Where they see?
A 10th carry for Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Double time. Hey, 4 down. Watch 38.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0.
14. Texans nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mike, 45. Watch the slide, 55. Rush in, 54.
Now a first down throw. Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 17. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. He's coming. We got double up. Watch the edge. Three. Grace don't travel.
Running with Kamara. And some space here. He's got daylight. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Change 3, 2, 18. Chopper. Safety screaming. Check the backer. Check 13. Shoot. Check your hot read. Shift. 3.
On the ground, it's Ford. Sidesteps him at the 35. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Shit. He's crashing.
They run with Ford. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Mariota.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An NFL update, second quarter now in Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again is Watson. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Watson. The open man is Westbrook. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Here's Mariota. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, set. 19. Better bring it. You
On first down, Conley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Watson. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Austin Hooper, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got one. Check. Give me 4. Check 4. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. He's coming, double up. Got him.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Double time. Hey, we are.
To throw again. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Watch the whip. 29.
Now Watson throwing on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
Mike. Blue 18. 3. Time. Mike. 6. 54. Drop deep. Check 52. Hey, if you kill it,
on 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it's going to be 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Hey, alert 3.
On 2nd down, Kamara. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Let him know, let him know.
24. He's checking. Crash.
Watson on first down, going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Kill. 24 is down, he's coming.
Here's Watson to throw again. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch gears. One. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check three.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, partner, this is where I need the color commentator. I'm not sure what to say about that one.
Hey, you and me both, my man. Let's just let that one go and move on.
Deal. Mariota on 1st down. Going for it all. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tackles. At 58 is a mic. Go at 59. Come on, let's go.
Watson now to throw. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. 20. 10. And down inside the 10 at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And his kick here is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss? Gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Check safety. Out. Watch out. Wide motion.
Toss play, Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On third down, here's Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
Not the result they were looking for there on third down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Here we go. 58, right over there, right over there. 54. Yeah, right there. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Set it.
Here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
It's set. 19. No gain on this defense. No gain.
They'll run on first down. Conley. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Hey, alert. Watch the shit. Hey, alert, alert. Hey, 55.
To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. This is caught by Williams. That one a first down pickup of 8.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. 9. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 55. 36.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Crunch, crunch. 54's down, he's coming. 54. 45. Zoom. Mike, 45. Check. 54. Watch twist.
Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd and 15 now. Mariota. Ebron with it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down, Titans.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check. Motion to backfield.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Texans 10.
Like him. One. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Slam. Take motion. Mike 8.
Kamara trying the right side. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's what I do. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Three. 57. Cut.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
At the 32-yard line.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now Kamara. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And this one is right down the middle. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown and a wear down a defense.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the
got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They are going for it. Here's Watson, airing it out for Hearns. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it.